Welcome back. Some new twists. This is following last week's incident at an Upper West Side restaurant regarding the city's new proof of vaccination for indoor dining. And take a look at this cell phone video of that incident at Carmine's. That's where some tourists were accused of attacking a hostess who told them they had to show proof of vaccination if they wanted to eat inside. Those women were from Houston. They were arrested. Their lawyers are claiming the hostess used a racial slur, and now New York chapter of Black Lives Matter is getting involved.
This was mutual combat. However, there's a Karen type element at play. You have a woman who is being nasty to these black people, who is being very much disrespectful to these black people. And when the police arrived, she said they attacked me because they couldn't show proof of vaccination.
But last night, Carmine's released a statement and new surveillance video. They say the woman did show proof of vaccination, but the three men who wanted to join them did not have it. So they were offered seats outside. They say none of the hostesses, all of whom are women of color, used a racial slur. They also claim no one heard a slur.
All right, but now at that rally, protesters were shouting, "Cancel Carmine's," and at times speakers with a megaphone, they were yelling into that restaurant. Other speakers say the vaccine mandate is giving police the opportunity to target black people. No arrests, however, were made during that protest.
Joining us this morning is the attorney for Carmine's restaurant, Carolyn Richmond. Nice to have you on Good Day New York.
Thank you, Rosanna. Good morning, Bianca.
So let's talk about this new surveillance video that is out there. Walk us through this. Where did this video come from?
Sure. For better or worse, much of the city has surveillance cameras around town, and this was simply the security camera pointing out towards the entrance, and it runs virtually 24/7.
So what do you see, Carolyn? Do you see the hostesses saying anything to this group of people?
Sure. We can't really hear, but this happened so fast, and the host was literally facing Broadway and very calm, and they ran up from behind her. You could see that the women said something to her, but they started swinging and ambushing her and the other host very quickly. I believe they hit one of the managers as well, and it was just a vicious attack. I don't see a swing coming from any of the employees. They were really trying to fend off three women that were just enraged.
Yeah, you can clearly see that by the video. However, the other party is claiming, that hostess said a racial slur to them. You can't have audio on this video. So how do you kind of go about proving the innocence to this? And are you afraid that this may happen at other restaurants?
We think this is an isolated incident. There's certainly been occasional disgruntled guests around town about having to show vaccinations, but by and large, this is a neighborhood Upper West Side restaurant. It's got a diverse community. We don't generally expect this. And how do you prove a negative? Well, I can go to the first images that appeared from someone in the crowd that did have sound. You don't hear the word race or any type of epithet coming from anyone. And the women are even overheard on one of those videos from the crowd complaining to the manager, and no one says race.
So that was brought up after the police report?
No, it was actually, I think it was contemporaneous with the incident. You can see from the video with sound. But I think you can also see that the restaurant is incredibly diverse. It's a neighborhood restaurant. There were a lot of Black and Latino employees who you could see who never heard a word either and never heard the N-word. They're actually incredibly upset now and scared given the protest yesterday, and we really just want to protect the employees and protect employees throughout the hospitality industry.
So, Carolyn, these tourists from Texas, did their story change originally from when they talked to police?
Sure. I don't think we've heard their story. We heard from some lawyer in Texas who may be representing one of the employees. And as you showed earlier this morning, we're hearing a lot of rhetoric coming from a very small group of people that were here yesterday. My understanding, and certainly I was not there that evening, is that the women recognized that they had overreacted to the police, and I'm sure that's going to come out later. I mean, the focus of this was some young, diverse hosts simply doing their job and asking for proof of vaccination, and this is what happened. If you don't have proof of vaccination, you can't get in a restaurant in New York, like it or not. That's the law, and these women were put in the unenviable position of trying to enforce a law, and New Yorkers seem to respect that.
So I'm just wondering, Carolyn, are you concerned that this New York law is going to have greater implications around the city? Are we going to see more of this, people frustrated that they can't sit inside?
Sure. I hope that we don't have that problem. We haven't seen it thus far from New Yorkers, who we really live and work on top of each other a lot and understand the rules. Do I think that these incidents can happen? They could. We're hoping that perhaps the restaurants can get some grants and have the ability to put in place the right security. We wish we never needed that. But this has been a tough time, and it's incredibly unfortunate that some guests behaved that way and took it out on hosts just doing their job and trying to bring people in and comply with the city's law.
So what are you going to do, Carolyn? Are you suing them back? How does this work?
We don't rush to do anything like that. I think the priority and the #1 priority has been the safety and protection of Carmine's employees and making sure they feel comfortable and protected. And that's really the #1 priority right now. We want to get past this and allow our employees to work and earn a living safely.
Yeah, of course. Of course we do.
Hey, listen, though, if those people from tours, they can go to the UN, they don't have to show a COVID card there. It's honor system. Just a nice little...
Yeah, so
I
that's
heard
been
about the
happening.
pizza incident. Look, we follow the law. Like it, love it, like it, don't like it. That's the law right now, and protecting guests and employees, that's #1.
All right. Thank you so much, Carolyn Richmond. We appreciate it. Attorney for Carmine's. Okay.
You can go into the UN meeting with no vax card, but you can't sit down in a restaurant without showing it.
No, they're the police now. All right.